Top 5 secrets most doctors don't tell you about creatinine. Every year, millions of people go in for routine blood tests. Nothing urgent, nothing to worry about. Then the results come back, and there it is, sitting quietly on the page. Creatinine is high. No pain, no warning, just a number raising questions. Today, you'll discover the 5 secrets doctors don't tell you about creatinine. You'll discover why this number rises silently, what it's really telling you about your kidneys. Stay with us until the end to uncover the overlooked factor. Let's start with the first secret. Secret number 1, creatinine isn't the problem, it's the messenger. Most people hear the word creatinine and immediately assume it's something harmful, a toxin that suddenly appears and needs to be eliminated as fast as possible. But that idea misses what creatinine actually is. Creatinine is a normal waste product created every time your muscles use energy. Every movement you make, standing up, walking, lifting something, even breathing, produces a small amount of it. This is not a malfunction. It's part of how the body works. In a healthy system, your kidneys filter creatinine out continuously, without effort and without stress. You never feel it happening. But when kidney filtration slows down, even slightly, creatinine begins to accumulate. Not because something new is wrong, but because the system is under more load than it can comfortably handle. This is the part most doctors don't emphasize clearly enough. Lowering creatinine is not about attacking the number itself. It's about reducing the burden placed on your kidneys so they can function normally again. That burden often comes from inflammation, reduced blood flow, poor hydration patterns, and waste overload before filtration even begins. When those pressures build up, the kidneys are forced to work harder than they should. Your kidneys are not weak filters that need to be pushed. They are precision systems designed to work best when conditions are calm and supportive. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to aggressively flush creatinine. That approach often creates more stress, not less, and can actually slow recovery. And once you understand that, the entire strategy changes, which leads us directly to the second secret. Secret number 2. More protein isn't always better when creatinine is high. Protein has earned a powerful health halo over the years. High-protein diets are praised everywhere. Protein shakes are marketed as essential. Protein bars line entire grocery aisles. And many people are told they should include protein at every single meal. But there's an important part of the story that rarely gets explained clearly. When your body breaks down protein, it produces nitrogen-based waste. Removing that waste is one of your kidney's primary jobs. In a healthy system, this happens smoothly. But when kidney function is already under strain, even healthy protein can quietly add more pressure to an already overloaded system. This doesn't mean protein is bad, and it definitely doesn't mean you should avoid it altogether. What matters far more than the total amount is the type of protein you consume and when you consume it. This is where many people get confused, and where most doctors don't have the time to go into detail. Large portions of animal protein tend to create more metabolic waste. Processed protein sources, including powders and bars, often create an even heavier burden. In contrast, balanced portions of plant-based protein are generally easier for the kidneys to manage. Foods like egg whites, lentils in moderation, and properly prepared legumes provide necessary amino acids while creating far less strain. This is why some people see their creatinine numbers improve without cutting calories, skipping meals, or feeling deprived, simply by improving protein quality. Your kidneys don't respond well to extremes. They're designed for balance. And once protein intake is brought into balance, another factor becomes even more important: how and when your body is hydrated. That's exactly what we'll uncover in the third secret. Secret number 3, hydration timing matters more than hydration volume. Most people are given the same simple advice when creatinine is high: drink more water. It sounds logical, it sounds harmless, and in many cases it's incomplete. What rarely gets explained is that when you hydrate matters just as much as how much you drink. The kidneys don't work at the same intensity all day long. They follow a natural rhythm, becoming more efficient earlier in the day and during the first part of the night. When large amounts of water are consumed late in the evening, it can actually dilute electrolytes, interfere with sleep, and push the kidneys to work harder at a time when they're meant to slow down. Instead of supporting filtration, this pattern can quietly add more stress. This is why gentle, consistent hydration tends to work far better than chugging water all at once. Spacing fluids throughout the day gives the kidneys time to filter waste efficiently without feeling overwhelmed. Hydration also isn't just about plain water. When fluids are paired with natural minerals, anti-inflammatory compounds, and light foods that support elimination, the kidneys receive support rather than pressure. This combination helps the body move waste more smoothly before it even reaches filtration. That's also why foods with naturally high water content, like cucumbers, zucchini, berries, and certain herbs, can quietly support kidney function. They hydrate without forcing volume, and they do so in a way that aligns with how the body is designed to work. And here's something worth pausing on. If this perspective on hydration is already changing how you think about creatinine, take a moment to like this video or leave a comment. It helps this information reach others who may be worrying about their kidney numbers without understanding what's really happening. Because once hydration is handled correctly, another factor comes into focus, one that surprises almost everyone. And once hydration is handled the right way, something important becomes easier to see. Because even with perfect timing and gentle support, there's another hidden factor that can still block kidney function. It's not always about volume, it's not always about effort. In many cases, it's about what's happening quietly inside the body, at a level most people never connect to creatinine at all. And this is where things start to come together. Secret number 4, inflammation is the silent driver behind rising creatinine. Creatinine doesn't rise simply because the kidneys wear out with age. In many cases, it rises because something quietly interferes with filtration long before permanent damage occurs. That hidden factor is chronic, low-grade inflammation. When inflammation lingers in the body, it subtly narrows the blood vessels that supply the kidneys. It damages the microscopic filters responsible for removing waste and reduces the oxygen delivered to kidney tissue. None of this happens overnight, but over time it makes filtration less efficient. This is why creatinine often rises alongside conditions like high blood sugar, elevated blood pressure, chronic stress, or poor sleep. These issues all feed inflammation, and the kidneys end up paying the price. Here's where many people are surprised. Supporting the kidneys isn't always about forcing them to work harder with medication or aggressive interventions. In many cases, it's about making their job easier. Anti-inflammatory foods play a powerful role here. Instead of pushing filtration, they calm the internal environment that allows filtration to happen naturally. Foods rich in polyphenols, flavonoids, and natural antioxidants help reduce inflammation at a cellular level, improving blood flow and oxygen delivery to the kidneys. Think of gently prepared vegetables, leafy herbs, berries like blueberries, and spices such as turmeric and ginger. These foods don't aggressively flush creatinine. They quietly remove the obstacles standing in the way of healthy kidney function. And once inflammation is brought under control, everything else begins to work better, which brings us to the 5th and most important secret. Secret number 5. One small daily habit can undo everything or fix it. Here's the secret that ties all the others together. You can eat the right foods, drink the right fluids, avoid excess protein, reduce inflammation. But if one daily habit stays in place, creatinine can continue to rise anyway. That habit is constant stress activation. Stress hormones constrict kidney blood vessels. They reduce filtration efficiency. They increase inflammation and blood pressure. Most people wake up stressed, eat stressed, work stressed, and sleep stressed, and their kidneys pay the price. The good news: you don't need meditation retreats or complicated routines. Simple breathing, gentle evening routines, and consistent sleep timing have been shown to improve kidney markers, including creatinine, in a matter of weeks. This is why people sometimes see creatinine improve without changing their diet at all. They finally gave their kidneys a chance to work without being constantly squeezed by stress hormones. And now we've arrived at the open loop from the beginning of this video, and here's the part most people never hear. After all the numbers, the labs, the warnings, and the fear, the real truth about creatinine isn't what you think, and when you start looking at creatinine through this lens, the fear begins to fade. Because creatinine isn't the problem doctors should be fighting. It's the signal they often misunderstand, and once you see what it's really telling you, everything changes. The final truth most doctors don't say out loud. Creatinine is not the problem. It's the signal most people are taught to ignore. When you stop fighting your kidneys and start supporting them, the body often responds calmly and naturally. If this video brought you clarity, share it today. Your kidneys have worked for you daily. Now you know how to work with them. Subscribe for more science-grounded guidance.